Hello, this is Siobhán Parkinson, and this is my book All Shining in the Spring, which I wrote very many years ago and which has been out of print for a long time and has lately been reissued by Little Island Books. It's written by me, and it's based on, or it is not just based on, it is the story of my own loss of a baby at birth, and it's illustrated by Donald Teskey. Very charming illustrations, actually. I think you will agree. Um, it's a very sad story. It's not a book that every child is going to read or is going to need to read, but it's the kind of story that some families sometimes, at some time in their lives, may need. Its ultimate audience is the child who has lost a sibling at birth or before birth or shortly after birth, or maybe in the very early years or months of life. But it's not a book that's intended to be read by the child. It's really a book that's meant to be read by an adult with a child, to a child, because it's a tricky subject and it's one that probably does need to be mediated by an adult. But even though it's a book that tells a very sad story, it's not a gloomy book. It's written in a child-friendly style, and it's a book that I think will leave a child who's had this terrible, really terribly sad experience in their lives. It will leave them feeling not so alone, perhaps, in the experience, and maybe even a little comforted. It's not sentimental. It doesn't offer any easy solutions. There aren't any rainbows or angels or anything in this book. It just tells it as it happened. But it does end with the family planting some daffodils on the grave, and the little boy remarking that when the springtime comes, the grave will be all shining because of the yellow flowers, which I think has a lovely, hopeful sound to it, and that's why I gave it the title All Shining in the Spring. It'll be available from your local bookstore, and it's also available on the Little Island website, littleisland.ie.